couple nights ago, I rewatched the Star Trek original series episode, The Tholian Web. And I wanted to watch this for a number of reasons, primarily because of the crossover or follow-up episode that we saw in Star Trek Enterprise, and they did their two episodes in the Mirror Universe, where they showed the fate of the USS Defiant. It went into interphase, interspace, and basically was thrown back in time to an earlier period in the Mirror Universe, and Archer and T'Pol and all of those guys went on board the USS Defiant from the original series, which would have been a futuristic spaceship to them. And, of note, the way that it appeared, even though, Enterprise was a newer show filmed decades in the future from when the original series was produced, and they had much more advanced technology and production techniques available to them. The original look and feel of a Constitution-class starship from the original series was maintained. Let's contrast that with how Constitution-class ships and just Federation ships and just everything in general looks in the new Trek era of Discovery and Strange New Worlds and their live-action spinoffs. So there's that. I just wanted to look at that. And, of course, a couple other things jumped out at me that I wasn't expecting. Like, within the first 5 minutes of the episode, when they beam over to the Defiant, and it looks like, basically the crew members had, fought each other to the death, hand-to-hand combat, it was believed that a mutiny had occurred, and I believe Chekhov asked if there had ever been a mutiny on a Federation starship, and Spock immediately answers, no, absolutely not. There's never been anything like that. There is no record of any such occurrence ever. And that kind of ties in with my earlier video about, Discovery in its first two episodes, and how, Michael Burnham became a very, very famous mutineer in the eyes of not just Starfleet, but the public at large of the Federation. Lots and lots of people knew her. She was infamous for this. She was famous for being Starfleet's first mutineer. So I think it's interesting that took place in the Tholian Web episode, which was just, not even 10 years after the events of the first season of Discovery. Then additionally, there's a scene, about, halfway through, where Dr. McCoy is in his lab in sickbay, and one of the crew members, one of the patients, just kind of goes berserk. It's the space madness, and goes to attack him. And Nurse Chapel is absolutely useless in this scenario. And, if you've watched Strange New Worlds, particularly the second season, you're going to think, well, what the hell? Wasn't she this badass war hero that used to go into hand-to-hand combat with Klingons while jumped up on performance-enhancing drugs? Surely she can restrain, a normal human. So, interesting. So, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about these obvious contradictions? What is your explanation in order to get, as Marvel Comics used to call, a no prize? What do you think? All right, thanks for watching.